All right, Caleb and I are back. Brand new course, the Yellowstone Club, hole 1, par 4. I am going to not blast the driver. I have a pitiful tee shot. All right, Caleb's up. And he's going to blast. Well, not really. This shot ballooned really bad. Yeah, both of us only barely got 100 off the tee box. This is not a good start. All right, 3 iron for Caleb's second shot here. He has a brand new set of clubs.
It sucks that it landed
Titleist.
in the rough. It would have just rolled for ages.
I didn't do a flip.
Pretty good shot there, 152. He did land in rough, so it didn't really roll very much. All right, second shot for me with the 3 hybrid here. And it wasn't the best shot in the world, but I don't know. I feel like it didn't register right. All right, trying again, third shot, same club. And again, it just didn't really do what I feel like it would have done in real life. I don't know. I was very confused here. Fourth time's a charm. Get out of this deep rough. I'm in trouble. I finally get it out of there. Nice little fairway bounce. All right, we're up into the green now. What a rough start.
Easy. There's no other club that looks like.
All right, 7 iron. Caleb's third shot here.
Holy Titleist.
He pipes it,
Nice,
avoiding all the bunkers.
Ben, what up?
Nice little fairway bounce there. Nice little roll.
Green.
Edge of green. Looking pretty good.
3 with a 7 iron.
Bam.
Nice shot there. My 5th shot here. The 58 degree.
Nice. Stop.
It's pretty good. Just a little too much power. Roll past the pin there. All right, Caleb's putting for par. Big putt.
Slow down.
And he lands just outside of the tap-in, the 1-putt zone. My 6th shot, and I'm finally putting. My God.
Good putt. Slow down.
And I choose a terrible line with a triple bogey. Ooh, what a rough start. Caleb's fifth shot here. Little Putski. He sails past on the left side for double bogey. Ugh. All right, Yellowstone Club, hole 2, par 4. Little under 400 yards here. Caleb's up first. Blast the driver. Holy moly. Wow. Smoked it. Little assistance from the downhill middle fairway. God dang. 250 yards. Not bad. All right, I'm up next. And am I going to blast the driver? Oh my goodness. Of course I am. Holy shit. Well, I didn't get any roll there, but 268 stopped dead in its tracks in the rough. Shot 2 for Caleb here. And a very nice shot under the green, even rolling towards the hole here. Great shot, 155. All right, I gotta get out of these trees. I'm using his 6 iron here, the Titleist, and I catch it thin. So we go low. We're back out in the fairway. That's fine. I'm happy with that. It's rolling. It's rolling. All right, shot 3 here. Got the 58 degree. And boom. I've been getting really good with my wedges lately, which is very, very good. Been hitting them pretty straight. All right, shot 4 here. This is for par. Little putt. Oh my God, what the hell is that? Oh my God. Like, Jesus. Can you believe it? just an inch away from the hole. All right, Caleb up here, and ooh, goes by the right side, almost out of the one putt gimme too. Dang. All right, Yellowstone Club, hole 3, par 3. A little over 150 on the yardage here. Caleb has the Titleist 8-iron here, and what a gorgeous shot. Man, those new clubs are really working out for him. All right, I got a 7-iron. And mine is looking good as well. Just barely make it on the green, but nice and close. All right, both of our tee shots there are looking pretty good. All right. Caleb's got a little bit of a longer putt here, and looks like he really hit that kind of hard, so it goes past the hole. He's gonna have another shot. All right, my second shot here. Relatively short putt, but I just missed the hole to the left. I get a par. All right, Caleb's trying to save par here. And, oh, just to the left. That's going to be a bogey for him. Yellowstone Club, hole 4, par 4, 390 yards. I'm up with the driver. I think I'm going to blast it. And blast it I do. My God, that went super straight. I was actually expecting that to fade a little bit. There's a huge water hazard to the right, so I was aiming quite a bit left. But that worked out really well. We hit that 265. I got a bit of a new swing going on, and I've been hitting my stuff a little bit further. Caleb is going to get, I think he caught that on the crown. No, not on the crown, like on the, I think he caught that thin a little bit. All right, second shot, 3-iron. He has shot his new 3-iron really, really well before. That was just, I don't know what happened there, but all right, third shot, 7-iron. And he gets out of the rough. Very nice. Not in the bunker. He's in the rough just by the green. All right, 7-iron for my second shot here. Hit this one long and straight. Right on the green. Kind of far away from the hole. This is going to be a monster putt. That's okay. I'm happy with that. 154 yards. Nice. All right. Caleb's got a sand wedge. Now, this is part of his new clubs that he got. And this whole game, pretty much, he was trying to get kind of used to the sand wedge. And he was kind of consistently hitting it too far. So he's got to just refine that club a little bit. All right, huge putt here. And I absolutely smacked this shit, and it goes way past. Not really what I wanted there, but it's okay. All right, Caleb's gonna putt out of the fringe, and same thing as me, just kind of hit it way too hard. I don't know, man. These simulator greens are fast today, I guess. All right. This is for par. Oh my gosh. Bogey. Dang, I was so close too. All right. Shot 6 for the double bogey. And goes in nice. All right, Yellowstone Club, hole 5, par 5. Hair over 500 yards on this one. I'm gonna blast the driver. Not my biggest hit of the day, but still better than my normal driver swing with my older style of swinging. So happy with that. 232 yards. Not too bad. Caleb's up here, and he's gonna also blast the driver up the fairway. Almost identical distance. In fact, I think, yeah, we can see each other's balls. Yeah. Very, very similar shots there. You got 226 on his. Okay, shot 2 with the 3-wood for me. We had some technical difficulties. I missed Caleb's second shot on here. He used a 3-iron. But I absolutely piped this thing so far. Normally I hit the 3-wood about 190. And I hit that one, I think, longer than my drive, which is crazy. All right, Caleb with the pitching wedge. Trying to get up on the green, which he does. A little too well. Smokes it past the hole into some rough. He's still getting used to those Titleist clubs. They're very good, but he's getting more distance out of them. All right, I got the 52 degree, my third shot here. Just an easy little lob. And it is going to gently roll right into the 1-putt zone. That is a birdie. Ladies and gentlemen, we are golfing. All right. Fourth shot for Caleb here, a little sand wedge action, and he kind of rips it. Oh my gosh, it almost went in the hole. Wow, crazy. All right, fifth shot, trying to save for par here. And it's gonna go around it. Dang, that's a bogey. Hole 6, par 3, 162 yards. This, I'm using a 7-wood here. This is a thrift store find, and it's a TaylorMade burner, which are very well known. And I love this thing. I bought this thing for like 30 bucks. Anyways, I blow it past the hole. Super duper straight. Really, really like that purchase. Caleb's going to use a 7-iron here, and it's going to bounce off the rim of a bunker and be right there in the fringe of the fairway. Nice little shot there. Almost turned into disaster. Sand wedge for his second shot here, and don't you know it, goes too far. You're going to notice that theme with his sand wedge. He was trying to figure that out the whole game. All right, 58 degree for me, trying to get out of this bunker. Kind of a deep lip here too, so try and get it up in the air. I go too far, but we're out of the bunker, so I guess that's good. All right, another 58 degree, kind of hitting it to the right here because of the slope of the green, and I think I was just going too fast or something. It didn't really curve the way that I thought it would, but we're not in the gimme zone. Shot 3 for Caleb, sand wedge, and again, going too far. The slope of the green there wasn't really doing any favors. All right, shot 4 here. He's got a putt. Line looks good, and he sinks it for a bogey. Bogeys aren't bad, people. A bogey golfer is going to shoot like high 80s. So, shot 4 for me. I try and just drip it in the hole, and it's too fast. It's too fast. Yellowstone Club, hole 7, par 5, 471 yards. Caleb is up to bat, shooting into some elevation here, so these drives are not going to go very far, even if you hit them pretty well. Maybe unless you had some serious loft or something like that, but basically hitting into a hill. So he gets a little over 200 on his. I'm going to, wait for it, blast the driver. Here it goes. Yep. Right into a hill. 218. That's not bad for shooting into a hill. All right. Caleb shot 2. He's got his 3-iron from the brand new Titleist set. I say brand new, but actually the set is from the 1980s or 90s, early 90s. Found it at a thrift store. They're all rusty and everything. We cleaned them up, made them look brand new, and he shoots really good with them. 203 yards from the 3 iron. I'm gonna use the 3 wood. So I normally smoke this thing, and I think I fatted it here a little bit. Just did not, either that or kind of hit on the ground. I don't really know. Went off course and only got 159. I got to shoot out of the woods here. Got the pitching wedge for my 3rd shot. Goofy swing. I'm working on it, guys. I'll get it one day. At least it went straight. But we're out of the woods. Not quite on the green yet. What the hell am I doing? All right, shot 3. Caleb's got the sand wedge. He shoots these clubs so straight, especially compared to his last clubs. Right there by the hole. Good shot with the sand wedge. I got the 58 degree for shot number 4 and gave it too much gas. I am far away from the hole. All right, a 37-foot putt here. Barely make it into the 1-putt zone. That's a bogey for me. Not too bad, all things considered. All right, shot 4 for Caleb here. Birdie putt. Ooh. There's a force field around the hole. He gets a par. Yellowstone Club, hole 8, par 4, 328 yards, a short par 4. And this one is a really good example of kind of what you want to do in golf. This is a textbook, just up and down. So it's a little over 200 yards on his drive. I'm up next. I'm gonna blast it, I think. Blast it, I do. But this course has this really heavy rough all throughout its holes, and they put it right about where your drives are gonna go. So Caleb's up next with the 8 iron. Hits it long and straight. Hits the green, rolls to the edge. But he's on the green in 2. That's exactly what you want on a par 4. I got the 52 degree wedge. And I'm just off the green. I got on and then I kind of rolled off, but that's fine. All right, Caleb's got a monster putt here for bird. Downhill. Ooh. Gets super, super close. A little tap in there. About 51 feet. 58 degree wedge here. Nice little bump. And right into the 1-putt zone. We both get par. That's exactly what you want, up and down. Finishing out the front 9 at Yellowstone Club. Another short par 4 here. And it is littered with bunkers. Caleb finds one right away. Kind of a short drive there. All right, I'm going to come up here. I might blast. Ooh. Ooh. Look at all these bunkers, though. I almost go into one. Big drive there for me. Nice. All right, shot 2 here for Caleb. He's got a 9 iron. All right. Makes it out. And just into the rough by the green for his second shot. Number 2 for me, my 58 degree wedge. I use this club more than any other club in my bag. Boom, right at the flag. Goes right past the hole. But we are on in 2. It's looking good. Sand wedge for Caleb's 3rd shot here. And that one looked really, really good. Just outside that gimme circle. He's starting to get the hang of it with that sand wedge. All right, my third shot here, putting for birdie. And the downhill here kind of screws me a little bit. Just outside of that gimme. All right, shot 4 for par. Same thing, that downhill. Too much power. All right, for bogey. It comes up short. He gets a double bogey. All right, this is for par for me, and it just misses the hole. Ugh, I got a bogey. Back at it again. Hole 10 from the back 9 now. I'm gonna pipe this thing straight into the woods. I'm surprised that wasn't out of bounds, but it's technically in play. Caleb's up. And it's looking a lot straighter, but he gets this massive bounce off the fairway and joins me in the woods. Sand wedge, shot number 2 for Caleb. By this point in the game, he's gotten a lot better with this club. It's just past the hole there. It does go a little long, but not too bad. 52 degree to get out of the woods here. And nice and straight. Just needed a little bit more power. Not on the green yet. All right, 58 degree here to get on the green. I don't know if I'm in the position to be giving advice on golf. I don't know if I'm really that good yet, but if you haven't noticed, if you really want to get good and improve your score, get really, really good with your wedges. If you have an impeccable short game, I mean, you're gonna make par like every time. All right, putting for par here. The 4th shot, and it just power wasn't right, line wasn't right. I got a bogey. Hate to see it. All right, Caleb here for par. Excellent line, and again, just short of the hole. Oh my God. Hole 11, par 3, short par 3, 126 yards. I believe I'm striking the 9-iron here. And a very bad shot. I need to work on my irons quite a bit here. Caleb here with the pitching wedge. He gets a much better shot, just a little to the right. So bounce and roll. No big deal. 58 degree to the rescue. What a weird swing I have. I gotta work on that. Jeez. But you know what? It kind of works out. There's a nice little approach there. All right. Caleb's hitting the sand wedge. And again, just too much gas on that thing. Gotta chill out, man. All right. For Parsky. And it's not good. It's a bogey. Oof. Shot 3 for me. Can I sink a putt? I don't know if I've done a single sink the whole game. And what the hell is my ball even doing? Jesus Christ. Back at the Yellowstone Club. Hole 12, par 5, 525 yards. I'm gonna blast the driver super straight. Holy moly, sweet spot has been hit. The elevation, along with the big drive and downhill. That was that like 299 yards or something? I don't know. That was crazy. That was a big one. All right, so Caleb's up. He hits his a little flatter and gets 217 on his. He's gonna do his the 3 hybrid. Oh no, that's my 3 hybrid. And he's gonna get a big roll. I sped this up. This thing rolled forever. Big hit with that one. All right, 7-iron here. There's a bunch of water and out of bounds stuff up ahead, so I did not want to hit this I didn't even want to attempt to hit it onto the green. I just didn't feel confident in doing that. And I'm going to get the same kind of a roll here. All right, sand wedge. He's trying to get up on the green, get over the water. There's a little river to the left. And he's gonna, he bounced down like in all that stuff, and then it was just going so flat and straight. I think he like bladed it. It came right out. And my third shot here with a 52 degree, and then I'm not gonna be so lucky, I don't think. It's just going to stay in there. So, dang it. All right, shot 4. I got the 58 now. Goofy swing. It does go super straight. A little too much speed on that one. Oopsie daisy. Yeah, I thinned that one. Shot 4 for Caleb, sand wedge. And he's going to just barely get on the green there. Just barely. 58 degree for me. And I just don't really give it what it needed here. So I don't even get on the green yet. Not looking good here. 6th shot. Finally do what I was trying to do and get in there, but that's going to be 7. That's a double bogey for me. Dang. Hate to see it, man. All right, a little par putt here. Can he make it? Ooh, God dang, another close one, but no cigar. It's going to be a bogey. Dang. Back at it again. Yellowstone Club, hole 13, par 4. 369 yards. Caleb is gonna absolutely get his ball lost in the woods. Unfortunate. Club face too open. Alright. I'm gonna do the opposite and send it a little left. Not very far. It's a good tee shot, but I think I was sub 200 on that one. Very embarrassing, but fairway nonetheless, so it's all good. My second shot, I'm gonna hit the 3 wood. Got 190 yards to go, and I don't really strike it very well here. Almost get lost in that really thick stuff. Just didn't really send it straight or as far as I wanted. Caleb has the 6 iron. And he just misses that little strip of fairway up there. He's kind of over by me. Down on that rough on a slope. On a real course, this would be hell to be shooting from here because it'd be at such a weird angle. Sand wedge, and he's yet again gonna hit it way too far. Still a good shot though. 58 degree for me. I'm gonna wind back and hit this thing. Slow approach there, a little bit too much roll. That's okay. I'm on the green. I'm happy. Alright. Chip ski here. And it's going. Oh my goodness, I thought that was going to go in. Wow, it's going to be a bogey for him. That's a great chip though, wow. Alright, I have the putt of doom and despair here. I'm going to hit it. Oh, it goes right by the hole. And it's out of the 1 putt zone. Unbelievable, shot 5, oh no. And not even close. Oh my god. That's going to be a double bogey. Yellowstone Club, hole 15, par 5, 490 yards. Up the bat. Blasting the driver. Nice, slight little fade. Center fairway. Looking good. 92 mile an hour swing speed. That's a huge improvement over just a few weeks ago. My highest swing speed would be like 83. But I refined it a little bit. Caleb is going to do a slightly shorter drive here. Also get a little roll. It's going to stay on? Yeah, all right, it's going to stay. Cool. Shot 2, he's using my TaylorMade 3 hybrid. It's a 19-degree loft on it. And wow, he really hits this thing good. It's 222, 224. Wow. Over 220 yards. Wow. Longer than his drive. I'm going to grab the 3-wood and pipe this thing. It's going to get a really hard bounce there. A little over 200 on that. I can sometimes hit this thing like 240, but all the stars and the moons have to align. All right, he's got the sand wedge to get up on the green. And he's been overshooting it a lot for the majority of this game. And he might have been trying to control the power there, so he doesn't quite get up. Unfortunately, rolls down. I'm going to use the 52-degree wedge and give it the goofiest damn swing. It looked like I was going to spin in a circle there for a second. What the hell? I basically put my ball right next to his. Very silly. All right, shot 4. He's got the sand wedge again. Trying to get up on. And a little too far. Off into the rough. On the edge of the green. I got the 58. I think we're just gonna put it right near the hole. And it's just a little short, unfortunately. That would have been a par for me, but all right, he's gonna putt it out of the fringe. Put it right next to the hole. That's a bogey for him. I have to sink this one to get par myself. Will I do it? Absolutely not. No, it's going to bounce off the hole. What the hell, man? God damn. Yellowstone Club, hole 16, par 3, 193 yards. I'm up with the TaylorMade burner. This is my thrift store find. Look how long and straight and right at the hole that was. I can't believe I bought such a good club for such a tiny amount of money. Absolutely nuts. Caleb's up with a 4-iron. And biffs it into the deep rough. Now, this is a very special hole, and you guys are going to see why here in a second. All right, shot 2. He's got his Cleveland 52-degree. I think this is the first time this whole game. He's been trying to use that Titleist sand wedge most of the game. And that sand wedge probably has a lower loft than this wedge. It's probably like 50 degrees or something. So, all right, I have the 58. Nice little chip there, but the slope of the green, if I aim just a tiny bit more right, maybe a little less power, that would have been perfect. All right, watch this, guys. He's going to use the putter from the rough, or the fringe. Look at that line. He sent it off to the right. Perfect arc, right in, and then we had never seen this screen before on the sim. I don't think we had ever chipped one in on the simulator, and so we're seeing all these fireworks and everything, and we're like, what the hell is going on? And we figured out if you chip it in, you get this kind of little celebration. Pretty cool. All right, I have not made a good putt. I've made so many close calls this entire game, and I finally make a damn putt. We both make par. What a hole. Yellowstone Club, hole 17, par 4, 324 yards. And I'm gonna blast the driver. Very nice. Balloons a little bit. So, I just got fitted for clubs, and I am going to be getting a ping 430 max 10K with a 9-degree loft, because I found that I balloon my shots really bad, so I need a lower loft. So hopefully in the future here we'll have some even better drives. Caleb's gonna hit a very similar shot, and I believe his goes slightly less than mine, but not by much. I think throughout this whole course I was hitting pretty decently well. Caleb's up here with the sand wedge, and very nice on. Here we go. He's hitting his sand wedge roughly about 100. So I got the pitching wedge. Oof. That is probably, I would guess, a hosel hit. Oh no, I can see it on the little camera. The club face was open. What am I doing? All right, shot 3, 52 degree. Nice silly swing there, but it kind of works. It's rolling, it's rolling. We're in the gimme. Ooh, and it stays in. That's gonna be a par for me. Wowzers. All right, Caleb's got his third shot here. Nice little easy putt. Right by the hole there. He's gonna get a par as well. Not bad. Par and par. All right. This last hole, we have a nice little treat for you guys. We have this Goodwill find. This is a, I can't really tell, honestly, because I'm not familiar with old clubs. This is either a 1 wood or this is a driver. It's made of wood and has a 1 on it. So I got it for like $6 or $7 at Goodwill. And it's interesting. First time I ever used it was on a real course, and I actually hit it pretty far, similar to my modern 3-wood. But ever since then, I haven't really ever done anything amazing with it, but it's still kind of fun to use. Caleb is going to use it again here for a second shot. I mean, like, that one's not bad. Yeah, I mean, if you hit it perfectly, and it's such a small club head, you really do have to hit it perfectly. Modern clubs have so much forgiveness built into them, and the old ones just don't have that at all. So, like this shot, it's okay. Now, you can also notice on this last hole, the terrain is crazy. You know, there's hills and slopes and elevation changes. So this is my third shot. I'm going to use this ancient club again, and this actually would have been a really good shot, but this bunker just catches it because it's perched so high up in the air that it just didn't go as far. All right, third shot here. He's got the 8-iron. Now, as we get closer to this green especially, I've cranked the brightness on this as much as I can, but not only is this just a dark, very shaded area, but we had to readjust our camera at some point during this filming and mess with the brightness, so it was already kind of dark. So I do apologize if you guys can't see very well. All right, fourth shot, I'm going to use an 8-iron. I clubbed up here because I thought that the sand interaction would slow my club down. It seems like it does that sometimes in the sim, but it was too much club. All right, I'm gonna try and wedge it in here. That's a nice little chip shot. Boom. It's gonna be a give me for bogey, I believe. All right, shot number 4 here. Caleb, he's going to use the Cleveland 52. And too much gas. Too much power. All right. Texas wedge from the rough. And he's going to get it right in there to the gimme. He's going to get a bogey as well. And then we ended up both finishing 20 over par.